Rachel, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225, or if you guys just want to call in and tell us what you think of the show. And Rachel, you back with us?
I sure am.
Awesome. So tell me, because sometimes actors they get in with a certain theater company or a certain theater. I know for me it was Theater Palisades, and something about the theater really kind of connects with them, and it really speaks to them personally. You've been involved with Red Dog Squadron for a while. What is it about them that you really like that kind of spoke to you personally and made it something that you wanted to be involved with them rather than another theater company?
Well, I saw a production that they did a couple years ago, Extinction, and it was one of the first plays that I'd seen in a while in Los Angeles and anywhere that really just struck me as just being raw and gritty and just amazing acting, amazing direction. Everything was just, it was such a solid package, but it was still a black box theater experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really that experience that I like to send out blind emails to people. So I did. And I was able to get in touch with them and kind of meet with them and come on board to start helping out and finding little ways to help. And helping with their last production, I ended up getting to assistant direct. And it was another piece that was just very gritty. And it was something that we really just got to dive into about people and the human condition, and there's not a lot of, they don't put a lot of BS on their work, and it's just really, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it sounds pretty straightforward and pretty on the rocks, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny too because a lot of black boxes I find in LA get kind of a bad reputation, and not that there isn't bad theater in LA, because there's bad theater anywhere you go, but sometimes you can just go to these black box theaters not expecting much and just be blown away by what's happening on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I went to the Zephyr Theater and saw a show called Caught, who actually they were one of our first sponsors, but it was a small black box theater. I didn't expect much, and it was an incredible show, and actually ended up being the longest running show currently playing in Los Angeles at the time. So sometimes you can be surprised.
Absolutely.
So as far as the show that's going on with Red Dog Squadron, you said it's running for the next 4 weekends?
Mm-hmm. Just Mondays. Four Mondays.
Just Mondays. Is that another kind of gritty piece, just like the other one that they've done there before?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't gotten to see it yet. I've read the script, and from what I hear, and we have a trailer up on our website. It is. It's a really, it's a very unique piece. It's a one-man show, and he sets up a great personal story, but is able to incorporate a lot of historical points and gets a lot of great conversation going just about what's going on now and what's gone on in the past and how it kind of personally resonates with him.
I have so much respect for anybody that can do a one-man show. That is not a difficult job to pull off.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's great. So what about you personally? You're coming out here to LA next week. You're going to be on the show next week, right, with Red Dog?
Yeah, I'm coming out with a few of them to let you get the chance to talk to these great artists, and everyone else get to hear them because they've got a lot of great stuff going on.
That's great. We can't wait to have them in the studio. And what about you personally? Are you doing anything outside of Red Dog Squadron up there in Seattle that you want to tell our Seattle viewers about?
Oh, always. I'm still working at the Bellevue Youth Theater, and just went into rehearsals for Grease.
Nice.
So that's fun to do with a bunch of teenagers. They're enjoying it.
Definitely.
Let's see. I'm working. I'm a teaching artist with Stone Soup Theater, and I'm actually working as a director on their Double X Festival, which is an all-female playwright, all-female director festival that runs for 3 weeks at the end of April.
Very cool.
And into May, I think. So that's what I'm working on right now. And
people can get information about that at stonesouplayers.com, I'm assuming?
It's stonesouptheater.com.
Stonesouptheater.com.
I believe, yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're looking forward to having you in the studio and talking to you a little bit more about that. It's so funny because to me, you seem like one of the busiest people on earth. Because I follow you on Twitter, and that's actually how we got to know each other. And you're constantly working on something. You're putting out 30, 40 tweets a day, and it's not all about what you're working on. It's also, personal things about you. I'm going to see this show. I'm eating at this restaurant, or I'm doing whatever. And it seems to me that social media has really leveled the playing field a lot for artists. Where they can basically have their own website without having their own website, and people can follow what they're doing and keep up with everything. For you, do you think that social media, do you think you've really benefited as an artist through using social media a lot? And if so, how?
Absolutely. And I've had this conversation with a lot of artists who think that Twitter is just for, tweeting what they're eating that day. And,
yeah. It's not like
me,
that, is it?
No, it's not. It's really what you put into it and what you take out of it. It's the type of people that you follow. Like, I've set mine up to be entirely, a business Twitter. It's who I am as an artist. It's what I'm thinking as an artist. It's what I'm doing as an artist. Mm-hmm. And the people that I follow are as well. The companies that I follow. I've been able to connect with, theater companies and with, artists that are, at a higher caliber than I am currently, in a way that I probably never would have been able to, even 10 years ago, because Twitter wasn't around, Facebook wasn't around to make those shout outs to them that they're, able to see.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's so funny. I ended up tweeting back and forth with Betty Buckley a couple of months ago, and she's all over Twitter all the time. And I couldn't believe it. I'm actually kind of having a conversation with this person who I admire and who I grew up watching. It's a really amazing thing.
It is.
The funny thing too is you really kind of get to show your own personality on it. People can really get to know you as a person rather than just being, this person who's working on this show or this person that's working on this film. They really get to know your real personality. I think that's another great benefit of it.
For sure.
So, guys, lesson learned. Make sure you use social media if you're an artist to your advantage. Tweet, Facebook, all that good stuff. It really does work. If you want to call in, guys, and have any questions for us, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. We love phone calls around here, guys. We love audience participation, and I want to talk to you, darn it. So give me a call at 1-800-336-2225. And Rachel wants to talk to you, too, I think. Right, Rachel?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Brett on CRN Digital Talk.